Hey, what's going on, my cringy crew? Welcome back to Nerd HQ. I'm Cringy Gingy, and today we are going to do a review over WandaVision episodes 1 and 2. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since I've made a face-to-face video with you guys. There's not really been a whole lot to really go off of besides Mandalorian. And I've kind of been slacking on that. I've been having some issues with looking for the right ways to put out videos to you guys. But I've kind of figured out a loophole to get videos out easier for my subscribers and for my cringy crew. It is 5 o'clock in the morning for me, guys, where I'm at. I had no sleep. I literally stayed up to 2 a.m. To catch the premiere of WandaVision. They released 2 episodes, surprisingly enough. I had no idea that they were going to do that. I'm literally just going off by how they released Mandalorian. They literally just released an episode once a week, so I figured that's how they're going to do with WandaVision, but that's not the case. They actually released 2, thank God, because after watching the first episode, you're kind of you have no idea what the fuck is going on with the show. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump directly into it. I'm going to warn you first and foremost, for all you cringy crew that are out there watching my video, if you guys are not into spoilers, you might want to leave. I'm going to put that in the title description and at the beginning of the video, that this is a spoiler discussion, because I am awful at storytelling, and I will totally mess up. And if I try to do a normal review video on something, I will fuck it up so quick, because I will slip and say stuff all the time. I'm pretty much like Tom Holland. I got a fucking big ass mouth. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, guys. I am tired. Just going off by the first episode, I was super excited when this first was dropping. I'm still excited for the show. It looks amazing, and it's charming and in every way imaginable. It's very different from any normal MCU that we've seen from Marvel Studios. It is so different, but it's fresh and new, and that's something that we could really use right now, which anything from Marvel Studios right now is something we could desperately use and need right now. It's been so long. We went all 2020 without watching anything new from Marvel. It has not been the same since this guy left. So, nothing in the world's been the same since that happened. But anyways, so the episode starts out, it starts out just unexpected, as I thought it would have. I thought that it would have started off pretty much explaining why Wanda went into like this reality that she's in, but it doesn't. You're pretty much just thrown into the fucking TV show. Like it just starts, and you don't know how they got there yet. You don't know anything. It just starts, and the first episode is it's a lot like I Love Lucy or the Dick Van Dyke Show or whatever. It's nice. It's very comical, funny. Some of the stuff you see Wanda and Vision doing, you wouldn't normally see them doing in any normal Marvel situation. They're still them. They're still them, but they still got their powers and stuff like that. They use them, but it's like the whole point of like the shows, like the reality that they're in, is they hide their powers from like their neighbors and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very charming. It's funny. It's Marvel. What's not to like about it? Now the thing is there's times in the show where there's a subtle, like, weird vibes. Like, in the first episode, Vision invites his boss and his boss's wife over to Wanda's and Vision's house for dinner. Um, and the whole thing's confusing. Like, it's supposed to be comical. You know, Wanda thinks it's for their anniversary. Like, they think that Wanda thinks that it's their wedding anniversary that day, and Vision don't know what the hell's going on. But then he ends up figuring out that it's the day that he has to bring his boss over and his boss's wife over for dinner, and it turns into a whole comical mess. But at the end, during the while they're sitting down eating and everything, like the boss asks, you know, Vision and Wanda, you know, where they're from, and they don't know. Like, Wanda and Vision have no idea where they're from. They're speechless. And the boss is like, okay, so how do you guys meet? When did y'all get married? When's y'all's wedding day or whatever? When is y'all's anniversary? And they have no idea. It's like they have no memories of anything besides pretty much the beginning of the episode. Like, at the beginning of the episode, like, the whole, like, the intro or whatever of the show was them in, you know, in their Oldsmobile, you know, and on the back of it says just married or whatever, and Vision's like carrying her into the house, but he goes through the door and, like, she falls on the floor because he goes through the door or whatever, but, like, he's holding her, what the hell ever. Like, they're married already, but they don't know anything past from then. Like, they have no memories. And then, like, the guy just insists, like, he's like, damn it, you know, tell me. And they can't say it. They have no idea. And, like, dude ends up choking on, like, some food, and Vision ends up having to use his, like, his stuff, like his where he walks through walls and stuff. He uses that ability to pretty much unclog the man's throat from the steak that he was eating. So, but then after that, like, they act like nothing happened. Everything, like, went back to normal. They didn't have any questions whatsoever. And they just pretty much laughed the whole situation off, which was very unsettling and weird. But then after that, it gets, and thank God there's 2 episodes, because after the first episode, it just leaves you hanging. Like, you end up having more questions than you did before you actually watch the show. But so the second episode ended up starting, and it's, you know, it started off like Bewitched. This episode's more like Bewitched or whatever. It opens up with a funny part in it where, like, there's a branch hitting their window, and they're both acting scared or whatever because it's like banging on their window like really loud, and Vision don't want to check on it because apparently he's too much of a pussy. Wanda doesn't want to check on it, but she insists Vision does it. Vision gets up and then it bangs again, and he jumps back in bed like a 5-year-old. It's a whole funny scene. But then they find out it's just like a tree branch hitting their window. But then later on in the episode, the plot of the whole episode is there's supposed to be like this big fundraiser that they're supposed to be doing for the community, for children with cancer or whatever. And Vision and Wanda pretty much volunteered to do like a talent show. They do a talent show for the fundraiser, and Vision and Wanda do magic naturally, but they do it like in a more like traditional sense. Like, Vision dresses up with like a little top hat and the cape and all that stuff, and she dresses up in like sequin, and they do it in a charming way, and like the whole magic scene was hilarious because Vision ended up getting drunk off of eating gum that one of their neighbors gave him, because he ate it accidentally, because he don't eat food, and he mentions that multiple times throughout the show that he don't eat. But he accidentally ends up chewing the gum, and it shows like the gum tangling the gears that's inside of him or whatever, and then it makes him drunk. So he does the whole talent show drunk, and it's hilarious. But Wanda ends up having to help him through the whole thing. But before the talent show, there's another like subtle moment of like weird vibe that happened again. Wanda was talking to the the head of the country club, like the rich girl, of the whole girl clique that they're in, and she talks to the girl, and while she's in the middle of talking to her, the radio in the background starts saying Wanda's name over and over again, and the person throughout on the radio is like yelling out for Wanda, like, who's doing this to you? And then the radio just like it smokes and explodes or whatever, and the girl that's talking to Wanda, like the glass like explodes in the girl's hand, and like the blood on her hand is actually in color, which is weird. And then right before that happened, at the beginning of the episode, Wanda ends up hearing another loud crash outside. So she's just thinking that it might be a tree branch or whatever. But she goes outside. Something landed in her rose bush, and it's like a remote control like helicopter. But it's all in color, like it's red and yellow. And she's just staring at it like, what the hell? So there's like stuff is happening in the show that has like it's like unexplained. So you're just pretty much left making theories and assumptions on like what the hell is going on, because this whole show is a mystery. And this show is basically there's a comic book in Marvel called House of M, where in the comic, like Wanda, Scarlet Witch, like she goes crazy, like she makes up this whole reality in her head where it's like her happy place, but it's all real, like she makes it a reality. And eventually at the end of the comic, excuse me, spoiler alert, at the end of the comic, she utters the words "no more mutants," and then that's the end of the comic. Like she pretty much kills all mutants. Now, in this show is technically based off House of M, like loosely, because mutants aren't relevant in Marvel Studios right now. They've not been introduced. So the way that they're doing this, in my theory, is this is the MCU's House of M for Wanda, but this one's going to be like a twist. She's not going to be the one that kills mutants, like kills all mutants. She's not going to be the one that does that in this version of the MCU. She's going to be pretty much the reason why the mutants exist. Because this whole, like Kevin Feige said, this whole show is supposed to kickstart off the multiverse trilogy for Marvel. And the trilogy consists of the WandaVision show, Spider-Man 3, which I'm assuming that's going to be called Homeworlds. Because, I mean, there's already so many people that's already confirmed that's in the cast that has signed a contract deal for the show or the movie. Like Andrew Garfield's been confirmed, Emma Watson, not Emma Watson, my God, I'm so stupid, Emma Stone, Kristen Dunst. The only one that they haven't really confirmed yet has been Tobey Maguire, which it's got to be a done deal. You can't have Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and not bring on Tobey Maguire. But it's been rumored that Tobey Maguire is also supposed to play a big part in Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness, because Sam Raimi, the guy that originally directed the original Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire, he's the one that's directing the Doctor Strange movie. So apparently, Tobey Maguire is still supposed to have some kind of role in Doctor Strange. So apparently, the role of Tobey Maguire that's in Spider-Man 3 is supposed to carry over into the Doctor Strange sequel with Wanda. Um, and the Doctor Strange sequel, Multiverse of Madness, that's supposed to be Marvel Studios' first horror film. Like, it's supposed to be a horror movie. So it's supposed to be cool. I mean, Sam Raimi, he's also been known to do the Evil Dead movies, so he's done horror films before. They've been wacky horror films, but I mean, it's still horror. I mean, back when the original Evil Dead first came out, that was like a real legit like horror movie. I mean, there's still stuff in it like to this day that's kind of like squeamish, but you know, that's whatever. Anyways, the second episode ends with like after the whole magic show and everything like that. Like, Wanda's trying to tell Vision about the stuff that's been happening, but you know, he was out of it. You know, what the hell ever. Like, she got the gum out of him and everything, but after that he was still kind of out of it, and she just kept getting interrupted. Well, they went on to win the show. Like, so they ended up winning the talent show, which was nice. But then afterwards, they get home, and then she says something, like, they sit on the couch, and she mentions something about, I'm gonna get popcorn for the kids, or something like that. And you're just kind of thinking, like, what the hell, what kids? And she stands up, and Vision stands up, and he looks down, and boom, she's pregnant. Like, just like that. Like no hokey pokey, you know, nothing like that. Like she's like she's swole. Like, she actually has a belly on her. Like, she's already like, looks like she's already like at least a couple of months pregnant at least. But they're just kind of like, what the hell is going on? And then they hear another loud bang outside, thinking, you know, maybe it's a tree branch. And then this time Vision's, you know, he's acting like a badass. He's like, I'm going to teach that tree a lesson. He's like, I'll pull it up by the roots. And they both go outside, and this random ass dude's like coming out of a manhole. And he's like wearing a beekeeper outfit. You can't really see his face because it's nighttime, so it's like his face is all shadowed. You can't tell who it is. But there's a logo on his back. It's the logo for Sword, which I'm not too familiar with it. I don't want to say I want to give out the wrong information here, but if I'm not mistaken, Sword is the organization that Nick Fury started after Shield. After Shield got compromised by Hydra, Nick Fury ended up making a new organization called Sword. Apparently, they're supposed to have a really big role in all this. Apparently, Sword is supposed to be the ones that are trying to contact Wanda. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to assume that that's who's contacting her on the radio. Now, Agnes, the neighbor that is apparently popping up throughout the show, she is actually she's trying to portray herself as like the nice, friendly neighbor that's like the best friend to Wanda. But she's just like, she's got a weird vibe about her. She acts. There's like some stuff that she says that sounds like maybe like it's like she's too aware of like the situation that's going on. Because at one point she calls Wanda the star of the show. I don't know, but in the comics, Agnes's character is actually a witch. She's apparently one of Scarlet Witch's villains. I can't remember the name of the of like her actual like villain name, but Agnes is who she's called on the television show. Now, I'm gonna assume that if Wanda isn't making all this stuff up in her head, that if this isn't just illusions that she's doing, that Agnes is behind it all, and Sword is the ones that is trying to get Wanda out of the reality or multiverse that she's in. But the show doesn't explain yet on like if Vision's really alive, what's really going on, where the hell are they at. Like no one like there's still so many questions to be asked and a lot of stuff to be answered. So, but the show is great. I love the vibe that they're giving off. Um, I'm definitely excited to see where this show goes. Um, but yeah, actually, back to the beekeeper thing. Um, when Wanda and Vision see this guy come out of this manhole, like they act all freaked out, like they're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" But Wanda all of a sudden just says no, and then it just rewinds. Like it just rewinds back to the part where they find out that she's pregnant, and they're like telling each other they love each other. And it's like that whole scene of them going outside just gets erased. Like she erases it, and it just all goes back to normal. It's so weird. Like that's what makes me think like Wanda really is behind this all, but she doesn't realize it. But then maybe again she does because it's like she did that on her own with the beekeeper, and I don't know why she would say no unless she knew who that was. But we'll find out eventually. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me back at Nerd HQ finally after so long. I've missed making videos for you guys. It's just I've been trying to figure out an easier way to get out videos for everybody. Hopefully, you know this all works out. But yeah, make sure you leave a like on the video if you want me to make more videos for reviews of WandaVision to keep you guys up to date with the show. And I'm sorry if you guys don't like spoilers. I literally can't help it. If I even tried to attempt to do a normal review video, I would slip and say something and make you guys mad. So, but I'm just going to make you guys aware. In the title, it'll say spoiler alert. But yeah, I'll probably be making a review video tomorrow, on the second season of Mandalorian. I finished that a couple weeks ago, but I mean it's still fresh in my mind. There's still a lot I want to talk about with you guys with the show. And on top of that, I just finished Rebels last week. Like I wanted to get to know more about the rest of the Star Wars lore because there was a lot of Rebels hints in the second season of Mandalorian. So I went ahead and watched all Rebels, and I'll be doing a review over that too after I do the Mandalorian season 2 review. So hopefully, if this goes well, if I could get this video uploaded good and it goes as planned, then I'll be getting those other videos out to you guys sooner, and I'll be able to open my Nerd HQ back up for you guys. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Another thing, I'll be making more gaming videos eventually soon. I will keep you guys updated on that and let you guys know when I'll be doing more gaming videos. That all got kind of messed up a while back because I tried to get a PS5, and I'm pretty sure you guys all know how big of a pain in the ass it is to do that right now. So I traded in my PS4 and tried to get a PS5 that way, and I couldn't get a PS5, and then I was left without a PS4 there for a while, so I wasn't able to do anything gaming for you guys. So, but I got a PS4 back now, so I'll be able to do gaming again. But now I just gotta get some games to play for you guys. So, because as of right now, it's just Fortnite. So, and there's not really a whole lot going on with Fortnite right now. I mean, I could do some stuff for Fortnite, but I don't know. I might. But again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you guys for joining me at Nerd HQ. Make sure you like the video. If you're interested in checking out more of my videos, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with everything that's going on at Nerd HQ. And make sure you click that bell notification on. That way you know when I upload a video. But again, thank you so much, Cringy Crew, for joining me back at Nerd HQ. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.